Hello, what's poppin', folks? It's your boy, the G Flash, and I'm with my two guests, KaoAli and GDK.
Hello everyone.
Hey, hello, my fellow gamers. How are y'all?
So, I got my two guests here, and today we're gonna cover some of the updates right here. So, we're gonna cover the refines first, because this is always the most exciting part. So, we're gonna go in order right here. Start with the Gay Bulk, which is Quan's weapon. So, the Gay Bulk, the base effect did not change. It's still the in combat, if it's infantry, armor, or cavalry, Quan gets attack, defense, plus 5 during combat. And the refine is if there's a sword, lance, axe, or cavalry ally on your team, excluding Quan, grants attack defense plus 5 to Quan during combat, and grants attack defense plus 5 to sword, lance, axe, and cavalry allies within 3 spaces of Quan during combat. Okay, so that makes them a good supportive unit. So it's basically joint drive, attack, and defense, but with a better range. And it's only for infantry, sword, lance, axe, and cavalry allies.
I can actually see that be pretty good in like AR matches and stuff, considering the fact that the where some of the cavalry units are actually in there causing havoc.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I think it's a pretty decent refine to say the least. But I will say this: I think they should have at least maybe switched his first effect a little bit more. Because I like the fact that they try to give the unit a better perspective of their weapons. But with it being a little outdated on the first bit, they could have done something, maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit different, maybe to help out with his speed, or maybe granted him a follow up attack or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm, uh, is
Because
is
sorry,
continue.
I was gonna say, because the reason why is that I actually got a Quan myself, and I've had so many people show me different builds of like plus speed Quan and stuff. Because honestly, they think that it's the best route to go for him, considering that he's got the what is it called, steady posture A skill.
Yep, he does.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Um, is a decent support refine. I- is obviously this is a good with zero and elegant. we, yeah. The this plus 5 in attack and defense is decent. In three this space is more decent. Is not in two spaces or in one space. Maybe no, it's not. This is a no one is really good unit in the cavalry because now when after the duo Sivo or duo Leaf, mm, yeah, this is a it's not the best refine, but it's good with support.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a really good support that Quan can provide to sword, lance, axe, and cavalry allies, though. So, and the range is big, it's 3 spaces. Unlike a lot of the support is like 2 spaces, this one's a bit bigger, so that makes it pretty good. So yeah, Quan became a pretty good supportive type unit that can not only support himself, but also his melee weapon wielding, well, not beast, but just actual weapon wielding allies, and rides horses. So that's the game, Bulk.
Sounds,
Hmm?
yeah, it sounds like he's gonna be hanging out with Sigurd and
Oh yeah,
Eldegard a little bit.
is
Eldegard, sorry. Don't know why I said Eldegard.
everyone.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
So next, let's move to Shamshir, which is Marissa's weapon. Marissa, as we all know, is the infantry
Shamshir,
pulse.
why is it called Shamshir to begin with?
I don't know. I think this is a reference to. I think the weapon name is from Sacred Stones. I think.
Oh yeah, it's the Buddha of the Sacred Stones.
Okay, so
Mm.
and Marissa just got as a unit was pretty outclassed before. She was mainly just infantry pulse, but this refine kind of makes her a bit of a value a little bit though. So Shamshir's base effect is Sling effect and deals +7 damage when special triggers. And then the refine is at start of turn, if the cooldown count is at its maximum value, grant special cooldown -1, and then if unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed +5 to unit during combat. Wow. So basically Marissa's just spamming specials now. Like gaining special cooldowns pretty good.
Sounds like the people who gave her time pulse are regretting the decisions now.
Yep, now time pulse is in her weapon now.
Yeah, though makes me wonder. I mean, is it possible that the time pulse would stack with this, or do you think it won't?
I don't know. I mean, I think it will because if it says it won't, it'll probably say in the description. But it doesn't look like it says that.
Well, that's a little OP if you ask me.
Yeah.
Not
But I will say this about it. Considering the fact that there's been a lot of Marissa fans out there that has been waiting for her refine and stuff, I will say that this one actually came out pretty good. Cause I mean, with the +7 damage that is given to her when her special triggers, I think that it will really help out. Now we do have other sword units that actually has that same effect and stuff, but also at the same time, with this one at least, like I said, you don't have to waste fodder on time pulse and stuff on her, so that you can actually use a different C skill and stuff to go on her. Though the C skills that I would probably recommend would probably be maybe pulse smoke or at least maybe some of the smoke skills at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
not
anyway,
mm, this is a decent refine. Now with +7 in the match, now Marisa is more useful with Spawn or maybe Rat. But yeah, I agree in the what is the C skill recommend. Now this is +7. Maybe this Marisa is now useful with either because the pulse smoke and the refine effect and the spore and this refine is more damage for less cooldown.
Yeah. She can like spam Aethers now. With all the special cooldown charges going on.
No.
So, yeah, I really like this Marissa refine. And you know, one thing is people keep saying that Sacred Stones character get the really bad refines. I kind of disagree. I mean, sure, La Rochelle's was really controversial, and Leon's was also kind of controversial. Now, Leon's, I understand why, because there was a miswording. But La Rochelle, I mean, she got something to play with. It's not. I don't think it was that bad or anything. Joshua, I thought was just okay. He's just become a more enemy face. But Marissa here kind of got a bit of an improvement. And she's good at spamming specials now because of all the special cooldowns.
yeah, and you're also forgetting Volter here, my good sir.
Volter was a really good one.
I disagree with that. Do you remember the Starland Solar Refine?
The what?
Starland Solar Refine, aka the Triangle Adept Refine?
Oh, Star Wars Sword.
Sorry. Sully.
Oh, Sully? Wait, no, Sully is a lance unit.
Yeah, but the people say the unit secret nothing bad refined, but the people forget this new character of Awakening. I have the worst refine is brave refine, but is triangle adept refine with the principal weapon.
Hmm. Well, I mean, Triangle Adept were fine. I think the only one that was better with that was Cecilia. I mean, yeah, a lot of people talk trash about her refine at first, but then when they realize they can kill air, peony, and a bunch of other stuff with her, they actually liked it a bit more.
Legendary Crom.
Hmm?
Legendary Crom.
Oh yeah, Legendary Crom. And now she can kill Legendary Claw too, because he's a big threat.
To
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, especially when that green cavalry AR skill comes out.
Oh yeah. Oh, Cecilia's gonna be good with that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, Marissa got a pretty good refine. Glad for her. Now let's move on to Berserk Armads. So this is the axe that the Valentine Hector and the regular Hector, who got a Resplendent alt, can both get. And this one got quite the upgrade right here. So the base effect is still the same. It's just slaying effect, wrath, and here's the refine. So if the foe initiates combat, or if the foe's HP is 100% at the start of combat, inflicts attack defense -5 on the foe during combat, and if Hector deals damage with a special, restores 30% of his health. Wow! So he has special healing now.
Yeah, the thing that I will say is, and correct, and you can judge me for what I'm about to say, but it sounds like a mixture of a part of Brave Hector's weapon and basically Ephraim's weapon.
Oh yeah, they're similar. Yeah, it's very similar. It's kind of a little bit of the parts of it mixed together.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just little tiny bits. They basically just took out one bit here, one bit there, and decided to slap both of them together.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I am kind of glad that they did this because honestly, considering the fact that they haven't given us a disencounter refine for Hector or basically any of the disencounter weapons, I think that this will actually make a game changer for all the OG Hectors in the game. Basically, the people who has it. Especially, I know that I got one bud that actually enjoys using him very much, so he's kind of glad about that.
Yep.
this refund is only for Valentine Hector or for
No, the
OG
regular
Hector?
Hector as well. The regular Hector
Yes.
have to
Oh.
first spend like 100 and how many divine dues to get the Berserk Armads first, and then spend 200 to get this one.
Oh,
Yeah, basically you're looking at 375 do spend on him.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Because,
And mind you guys, believe it or not, I'm actually was surprised when they announced this refine update that they didn't actually show the OG Hector on it, because I was actually kind of concerned because he wasn't going to get this type because he was probably put to the side. But I'm kind of glad that they didn't forget him though.
Yep.
Mhm.
So yeah, this is great. You no longer have to run Aether or Soul on him. Run Bonfire or Ignis, and he can still heal. So that's good.
don't play with the foot.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yep.
So anyway, Berserk Armad is really good refine. I like it. And then we've got Mail Morgan's Grima's Truth. This weapon got a complete makeover, and I gotta say, I absolutely really like this one. So the makeover is now that grants 3 defense. At start of turn, inflicts attack speed res -5 on nearest foe within 4 spaces through their next actions, and grants attack speed res +5 to Morgan. And then at the refine is, at start of combat, if the unit's HP is above 25%, inflicts penalty on foes' attack speed, defense, and resistance during combat equal 4 plus any of the current penalties on each of those stats. So if the foe has -7 penalty to their attack, it inflicts -11 attack for a net penalty of -18 attack during combat. Calculate each stat penalty independently. Oh my gosh! So he got the Pledgian effect in the refine.
Yep, he did. He is basically, his book is from Plagia, so it kind of makes sense.
Oh my gosh! So the inflicting the visible -5 stats on the attack speed rest just doesn't check any of his stats. As long as the enemy is within 4 spaces of him, he inflicts all 3 stats -5 on them. And then the refine kicks in with the -4. So basically at start, if there's no other debuff going on, like on the defense, just this guy's alone, he's inflicting -9 to attack speed and res.
Yep. Which I really do think is pretty good. Because, this makes, apart from the people that has the range skills and stuff, the only ones that come to mind when I'm thinking of this refine is basically Mist and Solon, concerned with their weapons and stuff. But honestly, if I had to compare Morgan here, considering that Solon and Morgan are both red units, I would say that Morgan is the better option over Solon, even though that he's got that gimmicky tone that gives like the flash and the debuff on the movement and basically everything else on the third and fourth turn. I still think that Morgan got the better side of this because it doesn't have that restriction of what turns it will be used on. So it could be pretty much used on any turns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I love any Morgan boy in any boy. He use close counter because the defense is decent. Now with this refine and the lull effect and the another lull effect, now this is one of the best infantry red tone because now the recommend is use any smoke skill for the refine effect. Yeah, maybe I need make my next project +10.
Yeah, Morgan. Morgan became a really good +10 project now because of this refine. So yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, very happy that this little boy got something really good for him.
Yeah, I think he got the best refine out of apart from female Morgan, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even though that she is a flyer and stuff, but I think the boy got the more better tone version here.
Mm-hmm. He sure did.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's male Morgan. Really awesome refine. I absolutely loved it. And in fun fact, I refined it right away, and I played with him, and man, he's so fun to play now.
Me too.
Let me ask this: does he do good with close counter on him with this refine?
I don't have close counter on it, but I do think close counter is good because of the in combat debuffs that he's doing. So you should definitely slap close counter on him.
Either that or close foil, maybe.
Oh, close foil.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out because I'm actually thinking about doing the refine myself. But anyway, that's for another time. On to the flower lance.
Alright, finally
Oh,
we've got Sumiya. She got probably the most unique one I have ever seen. So Flower Lance is at start of combat if the foe's HP is above 75%, grants all stats plus 4 to Sumiya, and enables Kanto 2. Oh boy! And then if an ally's HP is above 80%, unit can move to a space adjacent to that ally, and if unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grant Sumiya attack speed plus 5 during combat. And Kanto 2 is this. It's basically after an attack, assist skill or structure after an attack, assist skill or structure destruction, she can move 2 spaces. What?
oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pod you on that one right there because honestly, I'm literally surprised at the fact. I mean, here's the thing: we got mythics that literally have Kanto on them, and Sumiya, who's been in the game for how many years? 2 years, 3 years at best,
2 or 3 now,
yeah.
yeah.
at least. Honestly, it's just they're trying to say that Sumiya's best girl, so they're thinking, hey, why don't we just give her the Kanto refine because we think that she's the best out of the awakening people here. I mean, honestly, I mean the Kanto really does help out a lot. I mean the shenanigans that can be pulled in AR, and the fact is that considering with Sumiya now, I mean, you could literally use her in the light season instead of having to use Reagan in the Astra, you know?
Yeah.
yeah.
But honestly, but also at the same time, the Wings of Mercy effect that they got there for her, um, if I can say, it's a pretty good, decent skill to say the least, because it kind of helps, like, kind of gets her closer to, like, if somebody inflicts like the fury damage on them, then she can literally just swoop in and finish the attack and stuff.
Yeah.
But one thing that I will say about it, um, I still think that they could have done a little bit more, but but this right here really does really help her out because I mean she's basically a pretty good lance unit in some regards. She's flying to begin with. She's got decent speed, so I mean it's a pretty awesome refine. I mean I have to say I've got to give this like a 10 out of 10 to say the least. And I
Yeah.
know um, one popular Fire Emblem person. I don't know if you've heard. I think you've heard of him, G Flash Blazing Knight. I have to call him out on this because he is a Sumian simp, to say the
Oh.
least.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
my question is, Sumia need 18 or less in the HP for activate Kanto?
Um.
Be-
Well, actually, no. As long as the foe is healthy or something. Uh. Oh no. Actually, that Kanto is as long as she attacks or uses an assist skill or destroys a structure, she can use it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because the first effect is more 75 HP and the Kanto effect is less 18 HP. In that case, the question is now obvious. Now, she need use Brazen or no? Because if use Kanto, she can use the first effect.
Um. I mean, I think she could just. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. How to build her now? Because she's got a better Wings of Mercy now.
Yeah,
Mm,
the this is a question. In that case, maybe you make two types of wait. First, if you need more damage, or if you need activate the canto effect.
Uh, if I have to say how to build her, I'll probably just go with like Swift Sparrow 3. Um,
Type bomb.
uh,
I'm not sure about Dive Bomb
yeah, I
because
don't think that would
I've, I've,
work.
I've yeah, I've seen her. I've seen her speed. Um, I would say that the extra stats and stuff that she gets when she attacks a foe helps, but her speed is still it's still kind of mediocre unless you get her unless you get like a plus speed Sumia and try to like give her like premium skills here like G Flash just said about the Swift Sparrow, then it's a possibility but not most likely. So I could probably see people probably maybe running disencounter on her or basically I don't know what
I
else.
think
Like you said,
the only other beast law skill that's premium I can think of is guard bearing.
Yeah,
yeah,
That could
guard.
be a better one.
yeah. This is
Yeah, it would
another.
be. Yeah, it would be a more better option to say the least because it would also like strengthen her up to where she doesn't get attacked a lot,
Yep.
but also like reduce the damage at first. So,
Yeah.
but
Attack speed catch.
Attack speed catch. Oh,
Catch
that could be a
the.
good one as well. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
but then you would have to add like a unit that basically gives out the penalties and stuff.
Mhm.
Gotta make sure that you
Mm,
have chill skills at the ready, folks.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
yeah, I would say I really like this refine. It's so unique that the first refine that introduced Kanto, like on a refine. We didn't have Kanto on any refines until Book 5 happened that introduced this mechanic, and this is the first refine that applied this mechanic. So I like
Yeah,
uniqueness.
yeah, and imagine her with those tempest skills, those sea tempest skills on her G
Oh
Flash.
boy.
Because yeah,
Mm,
honestly, I mean it's bad enough that we have Kento on Cavalry, but we're getting Kento on flying here.
Oh
I mean,
my.
they
oh,
literally don't have to deal with the terrains or forests like the cavalry do. And honestly, I mean, this is a big game changer to say the least. And what she would bring in the AR matches basically is going to be devastating.
Exactly, yeah.
mhm,
Oh boy,
yeah.
Hmm.
I can't wait to see what
Okay.
Sumiya can do now.
Yep, I'm pretty much waiting for Phoenix Master to hit us with his refine list here to show what builds he comes up with.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I
What's
can't
in
wait
But
for
time?
that.
Phoenix Master Man.
yeah. So out of the five here, and I just have to ask for your personal opinions. Which one out of these fives? Which one would you say would be considered the best one yet?
Ooh.
Hmm.
It's really a toss-up for me between Morgan's and Sumiya's.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, for me, I feel like it's a toss up. But I would have to say Morgan's is pretty much the better option here. Now, Sumia is pretty good, though. I still feel like that they could have done a little bit more with the weapon, but she's decent. I mean, the Kanto effect, don't get me wrong. I love the Kanto effect. It is devastating in a lot of matches. Though
Yeah,
I have to say between Morgan and basically Hector's refine is basically where I would lean towards more.
yeah. I'll say I'll go with Morgan because I just love all the debuff that he's gonna be inflicting and such. Makes him really good mix face.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
So yeah, that's gonna be the refines we're gonna cover. Pretty awesome batch this time. Everyone got something new to play with. None of them are bad. They're all pretty good. But I said the best one is still Morgan's. Alright, the
Yep.
next thing we're gonna cover is the stats of the FE7 units. So we know the stats now for everybody, and yes, even the Grand Hero Battle, but we'll get there. Alright, so let's go through the stats of each unit. So we've got Louise first, and she was sort of like how I expected she would be. High speed, good attack, paper thin defense, and high resistance, and good HP, and yup, that's what she got. She's got a pretty good stat for an archer right there. Although her stats really reminds me of some other archer that's a blue one that we got from Thracia banner, Roman. Her stats reminds me of his a bit.
Yeah, just a bit, because I mean, with the low defense and stuff, I mean, it's kind of on par with him, to be honest. So I think Luis actually has the better resistance and stuff. Though speed-wise, I would say kind of close to 50-50 here.
Yeah.
Another mage killer going tasking. This is colorless. But yeah, this is a closer match game because the difference is low. But yeah, this is a player face or an enemy face?
I mean the rainbow is sort of like kind of both, I think.
In that case, well, I know Luis and Cecilia, for example.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Luis, and we'll get to all of their Superboons and Superbanes a bit later. But let's look at the other character stats. So Pant is kind of a similar stat to his wife right there. Great attack, a pretty good workable speed, low defense, and okayish res. But he's got a gimmick going on for him. So yeah, I kind of expected the stat line for him though.
Yeah. God, where do I begin with him? I will say this: his preferred weapon and stuff is pretty good for him. His stat wise, I will say it's kind of good. It really does help with his res because he can actually tank pretty good. Not so very much on his defense, so that's pretty much on any mage if you look at them. Though we have had a few mages that are kind of bulky in some regards, as you'll soon see here in a bit. But I will say this though, Pant. If I had to compare him with somebody, I would probably compare him to maybe. I would probably say Soren and Merrick, to say the least.
Yeah.
If you, yeah. Because, I mean, considering with the infantry, considering how many infantries that we, green mages that we got now, I mean, honestly, I mean, his tome, like you said in the last video, it was basically kind of like a Ophelia Green Dusk here. Green Dusk.
Yeah.
But, honestly, I feel like that, you know, it can help in some regards, but stat-wise, I would probably say if I had to go with a stat here, and like you said, we'll see the boons and banes here in a bit. Though I think that maybe having a more attack on him would actually help him, because I feel like that people will probably go for plus speed in some regards. But to me, in general, I think attack would actually help him out a little bit more.
Yeah. So, KaoAli, what are your
No,
thoughts on Pant?
It's short. Well, this is this is Ophelia 2.5, the 2.0 in this case.
I mean, they're similar.
Yeah, well, in that case, the resistance is better because Ophelia, the defense diversity is not the best, but in that case, only the defense is not bad. Yeah, is little low. Maybe this is another of 2.5, but 2.0, but well, the people search paying for the new A skill.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say Pent is pretty good stat wise though. Okay, then let's move on to the D mode of this banner, Urk. And this guy turned out better than well some people feared he might turn out. So he's got great attack, great speed, low defense of course, and workable resistance and a good HP. You see a pattern going on right here? The first two units and the third one all have paper thin defenses.
Oh, take that sky.
Yeah. Something that tells me that they might be considering Paper Fire Emblem here. Paper Mario reference here, folks.
Oh boy.
But
But
but but I will say this. So, if you look back at Noel and Miranda, I'm gonna be pretty much comparing these two because I've seen their stats. Honestly, I mean, Urk, he. If I had to say, I mean, his attack and speed is close to Miranda's, though he's got a little bit more speed than her, to say the least.
mhm.
But his tome, he's basically got the better tome apart from her. But honestly, between these two, I mean, who would you say would be the best one here, Miranda or basically Urk in some regards?
Hmm.
Uh, hmm. They're too
It's
similar.
little, it's little
Yeah.
hard because error is the new point for speed rest solo skin.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I can see some pretty decent builds, though I'll say this again. I mean, I don't mind having like a lot of copies of Red Mages and stuff, but seriously, folks, we need some different sorry, quantity stuff here because I mean, this is getting old. I mean, this is like the third Red Mage D mode that we've had in the last couple banners.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we're losing content here. Here, IS. Honestly, we need something different.
Oh, we do, yeah. So yeah, Urk seems like a pretty good demote right here. Although I don't know like what's his skill availabilities though. Like is speed rest solo at 5-star or is speed opening at 5-star?
Hang on. Let me. I think I got some info. Let me see if I can find that.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm. I can say another good brother. Finally, the solo skill is more accessible now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so apparently the solo skill is 5-star lock, and the speed opening 3 is 4-star.
Okay, I figured because
Yeah.
they're not gonna easily just give a solo skill like for free to play people just at 4-star. You gotta upgrade him for sure. But it's still a breath of a fresh.
Unless you're Spring Minerva.
Oh yeah, but she's seasonal, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. That's what hurts.
uh-huh. But I mean, still
Hmm.
having a solo skill in the 4-star pool now is pretty good.
Oh yeah, it really does help out.
Uh-huh.
Because I
Hmm.
mean, but to be honest with you, we still haven't got the tier 4 of this solo skill yet. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. But I mean, still, it's better than nothing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Really
So,
does help out.
mm-hmm. Okay, anyway, the next one we got is Farina, and wow, I wasn't so expecting this kind of stat line. 30-30 on her defense and resistance. Dang. And then she's got pretty good attack and good speed and okay-ish HP. So she's balanced, I gotta say.
So we're
Hmm.
looking at 37 defense and 37 res when the people use the dragon flowers on her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah. I if Ken Dog was here, he'd be asking, "IS, what have you been smoking?"
Yeah, he totally
But
will say that.
yeah, because honestly, and I apologize for cutting you here, but I just gotta say, I mean, I love a unit that has pretty much the same stat spread for their defense and res, but this is a Lance Flyer we're talking about here.
I
Because,
know.
I mean, you rarely see something like this, and especially considering that she's got the Dragon Flower Lance, basically. I
Uh-huh.
mean, you're looking at +7 to all those stats out there, and you're basically looking at like, let's see, 38 +7. You're looking at 45 speed, 37 defense, 37 res, like I said. And apart from the might of her lance on the top of that, I mean, she's literally going to be, oh god, she's going to be a nuisance to say the least.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
Um,
I'm just more curious to know what the stats would look like at +10. I know that there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be +10ing her once she comes out.
mhm.
So, but one thing that I will say is, I mean, I feel like that she's a pretty good unit, even though that she is a gold digger. Anna, you better stay away from her. Um, but overall, I mean, her stats, like I said, I mean, I'm pretty much shocked. As soon as first saw this, I mean, it literally was like outrageous at best. I mean, you don't see stuff like this every so often for Lance Flower, Lance Flyer.
Yeah.
I mean, this is basically a rare opportunity for them because, I mean, considering the amount of lance flyers that we got, I mean, this is something that you hardly see at all. So I
Exactly.
think it's a pretty good thing. I think it's a pretty good. I mean, even if you aren't wanting to spend your orbs or anything on the spinner, I really do hope that people will actually try and at least maybe get her later on as a free summon or something. Because, I
Yeah.
mean, I really do think that she will contribute to a lot here.
Yep. Exactly. What do you think, KaoAli?
no, nothing. Is obviously this is dice for the medium sister.
Mhm. Yep. All right. So that's Farina, and then we've got somebody that I didn't expect to have this kind of artwork, but damn, everyone's been talking about it. Sonya, and my gosh, they really made her look like this just to make people go gushing all over it. But anyway,
Yeah,
her
she ain't no
stats.
lady. She ain't no lady vampire though.
Yeah, everybody. I think most people are gonna compare her to that lady vampire in Resident Evil Village. So,
How much do you want? How much do you want to bet that once the fortune bonds come? Because I noticed that they got a hat similar to that lady that's in RE that's
oh,
coming up, and they're
oh,
gonna put it on Sonya here.
oh my gosh, people are gonna make memes over it. They're gonna all
Oh,
cry.
yeah, well, I'm already putting on a meme here. The only thing that I can think of every time I see this woman is basically Mother Gothel from Tangled.
Oh, wow.
Mother knows best.
Yeah. So anyway, let's look at her stats. So she's got 40 HP, 35 attack, 24 speed, 32 defense, and 35 rest. Damn! They made her bulky.
For a unit that doesn't have a preferred weapon, which by the way sucks because now we're gonna have to wait for like 2 years before she gets it. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, compared to what they did for Solon and stuff, even though that he did have that super boon in defense, um, I mean, you hardly see a lot of mages that has that kind of bulk.
Yeah, and she's a blue mage. Thank God no more red mages on this update.
Oh, for sure. Because if it wasn't going to be another red mage, it probably would have been Nurgle.
Oh yeah, Nurgle. Uh-huh. So yeah.
Is it Nurgle?
Hmm?
Is it Nurgle? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Nurgle, yeah,
I never.
that's his name.
Okay, just want to make sure.
What do you think, KaoAli?
So,
Another. Finally, I love another for the rest for the and the last Sepper
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that in the next thing.
yeah. It's really done. This is a hard competition for Bronya because Bronya is really tan interesting. Now the question is you are your Nino is ready for the Hero battle because this battle remember certain chapter in Blazing Sword.
Mm. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be all the stats, and now let's look at all of the characters' Superboons and Superbanes, and we're gonna talk about what's in Sonia's kit. So these are the Superboons. Farina has none. Luis also has none. What? Are you kidding me? They did the two girls no Superboons this time around. Okay, but the two guys does have them. So Pen has attack and speed. Urk has speed and res. Good, 2 Superboons. Sonia has speed, a dump stat, and there's
yeah. Can I just say that Sonya, Sonya with speed? I mean, let me just put it to you here, folks. The last time I remember seeing a mage like this with that low speed was when we got veiled about a few months ago.
Oh,
and
well.
Seeing this again, I mean, seriously, I mean, I would, if I were to pick the Superboons, I would probably say at least give her maybe a little bit more attack or maybe a little bit more defense at best, considering how bulky she is.
Uh-huh.
Maybe even upgrade her HP a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But honestly, Farina and Luis. Now, Farina, I will say this: I get the reason why they didn't give her a super boon, because she's already getting a boon in all of her stats because of the dang dragon flowers here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
And Luis, now, it doesn't make no sense why they want to give Luis a super boon, because honestly, I could see her getting maybe a plus attack or maybe an HP super boon, but getting none at all, it just doesn't make no sense. Now, Pent, attack and speed, I can understand. Urk, speed and res, it works, I suppose. But Sonya, no. Unless you're trying to go for one of them speed meme builds, stick to Oliver or Veiled, folks.
Yeah.
So, sorry. I just had to say that because I was actually surprised when I saw it.
Mm-hmm. What are you?
But sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and Superbanes now.
Okay, let's go over them. Farina has got HP defense. Luis got 3 of them. HP speed and defense. Wow. Okay, and then Pen suffer the same fate. HP defense and res. So damn, they took the 2 couple and hit them with 3 Superbanes. Wow, okay. Urk has defense and Sonya has HP.
Yeah, I can understand why they did that with Urk. I mean, look at how pathetic his defense is right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a dump stat on him.
Yeah, for sure. Though Penn and Luis, Luis with defense, I can understand that. Same goes for Penn, which is pretty good. Though for Reina, um, let's just hope that people goes for route because well, that makes both.
Yep.
Yeah. Now Sonya with her HP, it kind of does help in some regards. Though, if you ask me, I would say that speed would be her better bet here because honestly, she's slow in some regards. Because people are going to be running quick riposte on the girl than anything else. So, I would rather save her HP.
Yeah. What do you think,
This is
KaoAli?
a really weird because no Superbone Luis for Superbane in HP, SP, and defense, and the defense is needed is low. Ben, Chu, Sonya don't need HP because this is a enemy phase unit and Farina where the stats is really balanced.
Yeah.
But yeah, beware we lose less speed.
Yeah. Even if you do get the Super Bangs in one of her stats, you can just fix it to neutral with your drag. Why did I want to say Dragon Flower? IV Mangoes. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trade fruits.
I call it the
But
IV
yeah.
Mangoes. But they look like
Yeah.
mangoes to me.
Yeah, they really do. I actually want to use them in the AR kitchen actually. So then I'll be losing the IVs.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Sonia's kid now. So she's got Blar Serpent, which, correct me if I'm wrong, the only other person that has Blar Serpent was female Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah, female Morgan was the only one, and she is still 5-star locked, folks.
Oh boy. Okay, well at least we got the blue Serpent Tome and the easily accessible now. You gotta spend your grails to get it, but at least we have another easily accessible blue tome to play around. So then she's got Glacy.
Gee, let's just be real here. Who in the world uses Blair Serpents anymore?
Kind of nobody.
You got that right. Unless they are trying to go for unless they're trying to go for a budget build, which is highly unlikely. People will probably be pretty much giving Sonya Veronica's blue tone, the pack blues.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay,
So,
anyway.
yeah, go right ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna finish the kit. She's got Glacies, Fortress Defense Res 2 at 5-star, and then Threat Attack Res 2. Good, we're getting more of these dual threaten skills as easily accessible. We got Petrine, who's got Threat Attack and Defense 2 at 4-star, and now Sonya has Threat Attack Res 2 at 4-star now. So that's at least good.
Yep, and the Fortress Defense Res 2 there really does help out in some regards. Because considering the fact that we've got some units that actually have the third option, that basically this actually does kind of help out in getting more skills off of the other unit, like Godfrey, Cliff, and trying to think. I cannot pronounce the name. Idun. Yeah.
Don't forget Winter's Sotis.
Winter Solstice.
Oh, yes, Winter Solstice. Yep, Winter Solstice is... Honestly, they really need to give out a... give somebody else that skill, because... there's going to be a lot of people that is wanting that skill. So, there could be a chance. Considering the fact that they're giving Sonya this, there could be a chance that they're saying, hey, we're going to be bringing the Threatened Res 3 back into the normal pool soon. kind of like what they did with Dirk. I think it's Derek or Dirk. I can't remember. With the threat and attack, yeah, with the threat and attack defense 3 that he had.
Yep.
So, but we'll just have to wait until that comes down the road, I suppose.
Yep. Yeah. So, what do you think, KaoAli?
Yeah. Mm, well, this is a good option for obtaining the third and attack the next 3 and distant counter if you obtain Winter Satis or obtain for the rescue and another good skin. For my LT I use Blood Serpent now.
Yeah, I guess Blar Serpent is finally a thing in the easily accessible. So
Yeah.
okay then. So that's the Superboons, Superbane, and Sonia's kid. Very interesting. The next thing I'm going to talk about, this one is not going to be a long one, but we finally find out that the ideal skill that Luis can, the restrictions, and guess what happened? It's the exact opposite of the catch skill. The catch skill is only for cavalry and flying units. The ideal skill is only for infantry and armored units.
Anybody up for Uno here, folks? I think IS is playing the cards.
Oh,
So yeah, get ready for a lot of your infantry units like Marita and Fallen Ike to have this.
oh, don't forget the unit which use the certain bridal unit weapons, for example, the weapon the bridal Oro and bridal Hinata.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
I will say this. I kind of figured that they were going to pull this, though. One thing that I will have to ask, though, it's very good on infantry, but what armor unit would this be ideal for? See what I did there?
Every Winter Sotis, for example. No, but yeah, release the distant content. But maybe for speedy armor because now the speedy armor is the meta.
Possibly. I could actually see somebody actually running this on on Zelgius or Black Knight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Black Knight will be the pretty good option right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if I had to pick a Grail unit to actually use this on, I would say that Black Knight would actually be a good one, along with Armored Stride.
Yeah, for sure. I actually just
Mhm.
plus 10 my Zelgi. I mean, not. Why did I say Black Knight a few weeks or a few days ago, and if I could get 2 Luises or something, I will slap this skill on my Black Knight. I have steady breath on him, but that's kind of not really useful on him. I think a lot of more other ace skills are better for him. So this is probably one of them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Considering that you basically, if he's got like the Armored Stride on his C skill, and it activates on him, then he basically gets like attack and speed plus 9 pretty much the entire time. So
Oh,
I'd say it's a pretty good win there.
Yup,
oh,
exactly.
don't forget the bow armor unit, for example, Christmas Phoenix.
Oh God,
yeah,
no!
Winter Felix.
Oh
Yeah.
God, Winter Felix with this. Oh God, that is. Oh dear God, that would be catastrophic right there. Especially with his brave bow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's gonna be disgusting.
Oh yeah, for sure. Patch this up with brave bow and darling fighter, and look at him go.
Oh boy.
oh, don't forget now Shinon with this skill.
Nope. Do not
Shion.
mention that. Do not mention that guy's name. Do not mention him at all.
Oh god.
or Shamir,
Oh,
Shamir.
why? Why do
mm,
you have to bring up Shamir?
or Marita.
I mentioned
Okay,
Marita.
okay,
Yeah,
Marita. Okay, let's just be real. This skill is gonna be freaking pretty much a game changer for any unit that we put it on here. Okay, except for the ones that are basically needing low attack and stuff for some of their weapons.
Hmm.
So let's just agree here, because I mean we could go on and on about this, and I don't think our viewers want to hear us name out every
Oh
unit
yeah.
possible to go with this.
Because then this video will be way too long. So,
Oh, for sure.
okay, anyway, but yeah, we'll just say this skill is bonkers and infantry armors. We'll see who puts it on then. Okay, so the
Yep.
next topic is the three new songs in the concert hall. So they actually got the one from that dancing Reagan and
Oh.
Fafnir video and that dance remix thing, and then they got a Sacred Stones called Sorrow, which I believe it plays when you. Okay, I'm not gonna say when because that's gonna spoil the stuff, but that's in the game. And then from something from
Yeah,
Gaiden.
wasn't that played during the Tempest trial?
I don't remember.
I think it was, because I actually had to ask somebody what that song was, and I believe this is the same exact one, if I'm not correct. If I'm not correct, because it has something to do with Merv.
Oh, yeah. Now
But I
that
could be
you
wrong.
mention it, that yeah, the last Tempest trials with the
Mhm.
sprinkler.
Um,
Yep.
That song's
And I gotta
pretty
say,
good, though.
oh yeah, I love sweet fantasy music like that. It just really eases the mind a little bit.
Oh yeah, true. Although when they
Mhm.
play that, it's funny when they play a sweet and comfort song, while Mur was a really, really tanky opponent to take down.
Oh, for sure. Because of the tension of having to go through the events of the lunatic. Basically, I would say that they wanted to save the best sweet song for last, so they could have a chilling, like, relaxation while they plan on how to take out Myrrh.
Oh yeah. You know what this reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of in Super Mario Sunshine. They played that Sky and Sea film, the music, on some of the most hellish levels ever.
Oh God! You know which one I'm thinking of right now? That is the most hellish one out of that game.
Mm.
Is basically the what is it? It's the one where you have to take the Yoshi to that one certain island on Delfino, and
Oh, the lily
you literally have
pad,
to.
right, on the
Yeah,
poison lake.
what? Yeah, that one is like torture.
That's the
Every
hardest level in the whole game, and surprisingly, I haven't even beaten it yet.
Oh, I've beaten it myself. It took so long trying to maneuver with that lily pad without it disintegrating and stuff.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
exactly.
if you touch that water, it literally just you go dead. But
Exactly.
anyway, we're off topic here, G
Yeah,
Flash.
yeah,
So let's
yeah, I don't want to get too into that because I'll talk about that
yeah
forever. I just want to make that comparison.
yeah I know, right?
So anyway, that Gaiden song, I don't know what that is. If it's an Echo song, then sure I might know because I've watched playthroughs of it. But Gaiden, I mean, yeah, they're similar, but I think Echoes is just more remastered. I'll say that.
Well, you could say that this is more for the nostalgic of Fire Emblem fans.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I mean, basically, you got a lot of fans out there that likes the older gens that basically grew up with it and stuff, and then you got the newer generation that is seeing all this and stuff like Fates and Echoes and all this jazz,
Yeah.
but they don't know anything about the older older ones where you have to strategize and make sure that you kept everybody alive.
Yep, exactly. So,
Mm-hmm.
KaoAli, what do you think of all these three new songs?
Well, I remember every player received a special accessory for the Kiran, the DJ
Oh,
Kiran.
the headphones.
Yeah, the headphones. I mean, this is a huge surprise when this dance video appeared.
But let's not go into that
Um,
dance video because we'll talk about it forever as well. So, just let
yeah,
me.
and I'm so
So,
cringe and all that.
yeah, because because everyone have different opinions on that dance video. So let's better not talk about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll say it's I mean, other than I like the sorrow music and I like that metal remix thing, and that Gaiden one, nah, I just don't really care about it that much. I mean, sure, I like good music, but I mean, everyone has different tastes. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna talk about, this one will be short, is this new longer border change. Because if you have like iPhone 10, 11, 12, or you've got longer screens now, you probably noticed that the border texture changed. Before it was this black border that looks like rock texture, but now it's this actual like light yellowish skin texture that kind of symbolizes the game frame. So that's going to be the longer border now for the longer screens. So what are you guys' opinion on that?
Like I said earlier, before we started this, it looks like a freaking picture frame, and I will not retract that statement.
Mm, well, maybe this is a new beginning of new change, little change.
I mean, I personally don't mind it though, although it'll take me a little while to get used to it because I've been looking at that rock textured screen for quite a bit now. I mean, any new look will always get a welcome in my books though.
Hmm. Oh, one thing. Now in the Grias, now can you obtain Valentine, Veronica, and Disturba?
Oh yeah, the Horba and Valentine Veronica are in the Grail shop. And these two
Yeah.
have good fodder.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been... Were you going to say something?
Oh no. I was just gonna say, I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with what he said.
Okay. But yeah, that's all our info on the latest update. Quite a lot of discussion, but I liked them. And I hope you guys enjoyed the three of us discussion about refined character stats and so on and so on. And let us know down in the comments what you thought of it. Are you liking all the refine? You like all the other changes and blah blah blah. And if you like what I do, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to see me do more summons and impressions and Resplendent unit reviews, and yeah. So do you two have anything to say before we shut it off?
Me first. The result of the final of the Voting Gauntlet is out.
Oh, who won?
The huge, the first play is the God Voice.
Wait, Summer or the bald old man?
The God Ball.
Oh, God.
The
Oh, yeah.
the bald old man risk won.
Yes.
I'm sorry. He won.
Damn.
Oh, lovely. all the people who supported him, and I'm one of them, believe it or not, because he took out my first two choices. Honestly, I mean, he is a popular meme to this day. I mean, if you look back, you could see a comic from when posted asking Sharena what unit she wants, and she said, "I want 1,000 Riz."
Wow. Okay.
Sharina is happy now.
Yeah, but either way, though, I will say this to all y'all. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in for G Flashes and our talk about this. And I will say I hope you guys the best, and just know that you guys are loved, and we are grateful for all the support you guys give us. So take it easy.
Yup. What about you, KaoAli?
And then, I mean, uh, now the question is, what's what is the new unit when after the Fallen and the Bridal banner? This is a good question.
Well, we'll look forward to it then.
Yeah.
Alright, with that being said, I will catch you guys in our next video. So thank you so much for watching, and we will all catch you all later.